Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. Peace and salutations to you all. Coming to you with another video. Um, you know, of edification and just praying that it hits y'all like it hit me. We're gonna go ahead and continue the read in Matthew. We're gonna stay in Matthew, but we're gonna go to Matthew 16 and read that chapter. Um, this is gonna be, you know, uh, extending from that Pride video. So let's go ahead and hit Matthew 16. We're gonna start in verse 1. you know. Before I start, man, I just want to say it's blessed to be to have liberty in the law of liberty, man. All praise to y'all Bashem Mashak Yahweh. Free will. You got free will to do good, you got free will to do evil. The ones that wallow in the evil, that's their choice, man. We got free will to wear what we want. Y'all like my shirt? You like white tee? Plain basic white tee. Free will to wear whatever pants we want. As long as you uphold those two laws, man. Love thy father with all thy heart, mind, and soul, and love each other and treat each other like you want to be treated. With further ado, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get in the scriptures, and we're gonna go ahead and hit Matthew 16 and start in verse 1. And it reads, "The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven. And he answered and said unto them," this is Yahweh speaking red letter, "When it is evening, you say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the beginning, it will be foul weather to the day, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas." And that's in the times we in now. Jonas in the well, All right, in verse 5. "And when the disciples were come to the other side, they had forgotten to take bread. Then Yahushua said unto them, Take heed, and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, It is because we have taken no bread. Which when Yahushua perceived, he said unto them, O ye of little faith, why reason ye among yourselves, because ye have brought no bread? Do you not remember? Do ye not yet understand, neither remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000, and how many baskets ye took up? Neither the 7 loaves of the 4,000, and how many baskets ye took up? How is it that ye do not understand that I spake it not to you concerning bread, that ye should beware of the leavening of the Pharisees and the Sadducees? Then understand they how that he bade them not beware of the leavening of the bread, but of the doctrine of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees. When Yahushua came into the coast of Caesarea, Salak if I pronounce that wrong, Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am? He asked every single disciple that question. Remember we talked about in Matthew 10 that the Father, he he was speaking to all of them. And Yahushua was speaking to all of them. Verse 14. And they said, some say that thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, and others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. And it says, and they said, that's what they were saying. He saith unto them, but whom say ye that I am? And Simon Peter answered. So Simon spoke up, and he's the one that answered out of them. And he said, thou art the Hamashiach, the Son of the living power, the Most High. Verse 17. And when I'm going to go hit back up, let me see. So in verse 14, the apostles, they were speaking up and they said, some say that you are John the Baptist, some say Elias, and others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. They were saying what other people said, right? And then Peter spoke up. He said, hey, you are the Hamashiach, the Son of the Most High. In verse 16 says, and Simon Peter answered and says, thou art the Hamashiach, the Son of the living power. Verse 17 says, and Yahushua answered and said unto him, blessed art thou, Simon Barjona, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. And remember, the Father is said in Matthew 10. It said that he was speaking to all of the apostles because Yahushua gave that power to them to go teach. They couldn't teach nobody if they didn't have the Spirit of the Most High with them. It says, where two or more in His name, there He is in the midst of them, man. And Yahushua gave them power to them. It wasn't specifically, in that moment in time. Yeah, Peter spoke up and said it. That's why Yahushua said that this is to him. In verse 17, Yahushua answered and said unto him, blessed art thou, Simon Barjona, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and he was just basically saying who he is, right? And he said, and upon this rock I will build my church, the body, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Right? And remember, I told you the apostles, they were the foundation, they were the rock. They were out teaching. They had to, man. When Yahushua left, he had to have somebody here to carry it on. So those were that was the apostles, man. So, verse 19, and I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loose in heaven. Notice keys is plural, man. He was talking to the apostles the whole time, man. Right? I'm gonna read it again, verse 19. And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. So, when they was teaching, man, whoever didn't listen to this word, that is what it is, man. He gave them power to heal the sick, raise the dead, you know, all that, man. Same stuff Yahweh Shah was doing. you know, same stuff. And they said in Matthew 10, whoever received the apostles back then received Yahweh Shai. And whoever received Yahweh Shai, they received him that sent him, which is the Father. I mean, come on, man. So, verse 20, then charged he his disciples that they should tell no man that he was Yahweh Shai the Hamashiach. From that time forth began Yahweh Shai to shew unto his disciples how that he must go into Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and chiefs and priests and scribes and be killed and raised again on the third day. See, Yahushua knew his mission. He knew what he had to do. He knew he was going to go and send back up to the Father. Right? He knew that. He knew he was here for a reason, man. And the apostles had to take over. They had to finish up. Verse 22. And while fulfilling the law of Moses, man, they was teaching the law of liberty. That's why many people didn't take it. And they wanted, and that's why they all died martyrs' deaths, man. They paid a heavy price just like Yahushua did. All for a good reason, all for a righteous reason, all praises. Their works weren't in vain. Verse 22. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, Be it far from thee, Lord. This shall not be unto thee. See, Peter was thinking carnally. He wanted him to stay, but he didn't see the big picture. He didn't see the big picture why Yahweh Shah was here. It was here to free the people, to die for their sins, and to conquer death, and subject the flesh into the Father, the Spirit being the Father, and the Son of Man being the flesh. And they're one God, the eternal Father of heaven and earth. All praises to Yahweh Bashim Mashiach Yahweh Shah. But Peter, he was a little bit distraught about that. But here's what Yahweh Shah said. But he turned and said unto Peter, Get behind me, Satan. Thou art an offense unto me, for thou servest not the things of the power, the Most High, but those that be of men, because it was carnal. He wanted him to stay here, even though Yahushua was going to save Israel. He couldn't stay here, man, or things wouldn't be fulfilled. Mankind would have been lost forever. Israel would have been lost forever. Salah. Then verse 24, then said Yahushua unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up the cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, man. When he come back, that's what he's going to do. Come in the glory of his Father, man. And then he shall reward every man according to his works. Verse 28, Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. All praises. Now let's go ahead and go to Matthew 17. It's a lot. Matthew 17, we're going to start in verse 1. And it reads, And after the 6 days, Yahweh shall take Peter, James, and John his brother, and bringeth them up into the high mountain, apart and was transfigured, which means transformed if you read on Elon Milan, before them. And his face did shine as the sun, and his remnant as a white slot, and his remnant was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elijah talking with him. Right? In verse 4, then answered Peter and said, Yahushua, Lord. Now, Peter, it's King David, right? Regenerated. And is the Most High. Then why did he call Yahushua Lord? Right? No apostle, like it says in the scriptures, is above his master. Why did it say that? Let me know. But verse 4 says, then answered Peter and said unto Yahushua, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt let us make here 3 tabernacles. He wanted to make 3 tabernacles because it's seeing Elias and Moses up there with him. One for thee, and the other one for Moses, and one for Elias. But watch what happened when that happened. Verse 5, while he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and beheld a voice out of the cloud, which is the Most High, right? Spirit, which said, this is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. Nobody else. Hear him. If Peter was a father, man, he would have said that about him, man. Or, some recollection, man. But no, it said, hear him. Yahushua only. Verse 6, and when the disciples heard it, they fell on their face and were sore afraid. And Yahushua came and touched them and said, arise and be not afraid. Verse 8, and when they had lifted up their eyes, they saw no man save Yahushua only. And as they came down from the mountain, Yahushua charged them, saying, tell the vision to no man until the Son of Man be risen again from the dead. Right? In verse 10, and his disciples asked him, saying, why then say the scribes that Elias must first come? Verse 11, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things. He already came, but who was he? Verse 12, but I say unto you that Elias is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. Then the disciples understood. They understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist. Right? Verse 14, and when they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man, kneeling down to him, saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is lunatic and sore vexed. For oftentimes he falleth into the fire, and often into the water. And I brought him to the disciples, and they could not cure him. Y'all gonna find out why. Verse 17, then Yahushua answered and said, O faithless and preserved generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. Verse 18, and Yahushua rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. Then came the disciples to Yahushua apart, and said, why could not we cast him out? Here's the why. Verse 20. And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief. See, when you are this true, You gotta believe, man. You got to. Faith is very important. It is it. Without faith, you can't. Ain't nothing gonna happen. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall be removed, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. All praises to y'all, Bashem Mashiach Yahweh. You know, he gave them the power. All they need to do is have the faith and believe. So, let me go ahead. I think I can hit that. Let me go ahead and hit verse 18. Matthew 18. We're going to go further into this. Slovakia. And it reads, at the same time came the disciples unto Yahushua, saying, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Yahushua called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them. Verse 3, and said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as a little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever therefore shall humble himself as a little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. So you have to have that humility, man. If you're wrong about something or something, man, if I'm wrong, I'm gonna go back on my word, man. I'm not gonna be prideful or just, be boastive, man. If I'm wrong about something, you gotta have humility, and it's true. All praises. Verse 4, whosoever therefore shall humble himself as the little children, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Humility is important, man. You gotta have it, and it's true. Verse 5, and whosoever shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me. But so whosoever shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it be better for him that a milestone were hang about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea. So anybody trying to deceive anybody, man, especially one of the elect, you better think twice about that, man. Verse 7, who woe unto the world because of the offense, for it must needs be that offense come. But woe to that man by whom the offense come. And if you don't know something, that's cool. But if you deliberately, you seen that, you just like, I'm pass that up. I'm going to continue to teach what I want to teach. So your own understanding, then it's not going to work out well. Verse 8, wherefore if thy hand or the foot offend thee, cut them off and cast them from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life halted or main, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into everlasting fire. So anything that you feel need to cut off, not be around, like it says, what does righteousness have with unrighteousness, man? We got to be sharp, man, and without spot or wrinkle when, when your house shall get back, man. Verse 9, and if thy eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life with 1 eye, rather than having 2 eyes to be cast into a hellfire. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones, for I say unto you, that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. For the Son of Man is come to save which was lost. How think ye, if a man have 100 sheep, and one of them be gone astray, doeth he not leave the 99 and goeth into the mountains and seeketh that which is gone astray? You know, you can't just push, your family, your ox away, your aquas. You can't just push and separate people away, especially if it's something this little, man. And there can't be no favoritism shown or anything like that, man. Everybody has to be treated equally according to the scriptures, man. You know, that's what a real shepherd does, man. He doesn't lead one astray. If something's wrong, he tends to the business, man, and he goes the extra mile to get it. Not push them away and try to test them or something like that. No, 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 no. Verse 13. And if so be that he find it, verily I say unto you, he rejoices more of that sheep than the 99 which went not astray. Even so, it is not the will of your Father which is in heaven that one of these little ones should perish, man. So, mercy. Our Father is a merciful Father. All praises. Verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If she shall hear thee, then thou hast gained your brother. But but if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. Right? And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man in the public, and that's the way we're supposed to operate here, in the body, man. If somebody offends you, you go to them, tell them the fault. If they don't listen, then hey, take 1 or 2 more witnesses with you. Maybe he'll or she will come over then. If not, then go to the body, man, and bring it to the body, and let that man or woman be as a heathen or a publican. Right? And it says, verse 18. Hold on, slot. Let me go up here. And before I read 18, I want to go to the top again, verse 1. At the same time came the disciples unto Yahushua, saying, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? Just to reiterate who Yahushua is talking to this whole time. Verse 18, Matthew 18 and 18. Verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. He's talking to the apostles as a collective, not just one person. Verse 19, and again I say unto you that if 2 of you shall agree on the earth, 2 of you, not one, as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven. He gave them the power, the authority, man. He had to, man, because that was a time of repentance. He left it with them, and now they continued that word, man, and did the things that Yahushua did. He gave the power to them. He gave the keys to them, not just Peter, man. Verse 20. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. Right? Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how often shall my brother trespass against me and I forgive him? Till 7 times? And Yahushua said unto him, I say not unto you, to thee, until 70 times, but until 70 times 7. All praises to Yahweh Shem Mashak Yahushua. We're going to end that off right there, man. But, have forgiveness in your heart for your brother, your sister, your aquas. Have forgiveness for them, man. Because we all we got. I'm so sick and tired of this shit, man. Bickering, arguing, and shit like that. Now, if that person is wicked, of course, separate yourself from them. Wickedness, should not prevail, man, in the kingdom, man. We won't get nowhere near it. But if it's over something simple, Like something simple, really? And other people did something worse than that. You know, you can't be a respecter of a person. If you have people close around you and you letting them slide with shit that's 10 times worse than what the other person did, how can you call yourself righteous? How can you do that? You can't, you know, because you're showing favoritism. And the Most High will continue to expose it, um, you know, family. So I pray that y'all, you know, continue to push forward and hold strong on Yahweh Bashim Mashiach Yahweh Shah's return, man. Because we almost up out of here. And he wants us to get these wrinkles out, man, so we can see clearly. You know, you know, even if you try to reach out your hand to somebody, they always try to stomp it out, man. You know, you just gotta bring it back. But it's all good, man. You know, just stay focused, family. I pray this message was edifying to y'all. You know, now y'all know, man, what the keys are, man. He gave to the apostles, man. Think about it. The apostles rose, you know, they had the power, like it said in Matthew 10, the same things that Yahushua did. He said they would do greater. All praises, man. And let me go ahead and get that precept, man. I'm going to go to John 14 and verse 12 real quick. It says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father, man. And you know, back then he gave the apostles, you know, the keys, man, the ability to do and what he did, raise the dead, heal the sick. You know, they just had to have the faith, man, because you know he who else could do it, man? When he was gone, man, the apostles were the only ones that stayed with him, the 11 at least, you know. So, you know, I pray that, you know, y'all seen that through the word, man. All praises to y'all, Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know, the apostles, man, they are the foundation, man, you know, of this truth, you know. If it wasn't for them going out, you know, who would have delivered that word to the ones that were outside of where they was at? You know, like the northern kingdom, the lost sheep, man. All praises. But I love y'all, family. I pray this message was edifying to y'all. And I pray y'all have a blessed rest of y'all day. Give it all honor and glory, praises to the eternal Father of heaven and earth. Yahweh Bashem Mashiach Yahweh Shah. All praises due. Love y'all, family. Shalom.